Hi guys, and welcome to the gameplay here, and today we're playing once again some Minecraft with this update. I think it's going to be free, and yeah, a lot of progress has been made once again. I've been a busy little bee just working and working, and yeah, let's get you all updated. So here again we have our old, from the update 1, cobblestone generator, infinite water source, but you haven't seen this, which I made because I was running out of storage and I really wanted a storage room because of all of this. And yeah, so what you have missed out on, or haven't missed, I haven't failed to update you yet, is that I built this storage room because I was just getting a whole load of stuff from these trees that I was making. And yeah, let's start it off. So I believe I left you off with the I got up to, I don't think it was the coal, I think it was the sand and cottonwood I got up to. And yeah, the cottonwood allowed me to get some string for a bed, which I made right over here. String turned into wool, and then wool into a bed, so that was all good. And from that, we also made some tin. Again, I'm just going to straight up show you the JI sort of, actually let's show you the trees first. So the trees, I've finished, I've unlocked it all the way to the end. I decided to sort of blitz through it just because it was the same sort of process again and again. You sort of use the last tier trees to create the next tier, and so on and so forth. We had to build this smeltery here using some grout, which you got from what was it, sand, clay and gravel, which we have trees for. So able to make some grout, smelt that grout in the furnace, get some seared brick and make this whole thing. I think I went through this in the last update, in update 2, and I put this stone framework in, so just so it looks a bit more complete, adding some blocks and everything, some of the casting basin and the casting table, therefore ingots as well as blocks. And yeah, we're getting again the lava from the cobblestone in a cauldron, which is great. And yeah, carrying on. So we got up to, so we make a coal saplings, the next one I was supposed to make. I think I made it, and then yeah, I grew the tree, but I didn't harvest it. So if we type in coal sapling, all it was the birch into a smeltery to make a coal sapling, which was simple enough. I then grew, what I normally do is I normally just grow one tree, like let's just get some dirt, hold on, just, I don't know, some dirt. I've got dirt, and I had the bone tree for some bone meal, and I placed the sapling on here, grow it out, harvest it once naturally with the axe and the crook, so I can get a lot of saplings and a lot of woods early, so I have like backups in case I lose my progress, which I have now kept in this one. So here's some saplings that I've acquired, and also the these hopping bonsai pots, which has been a real once I've got iron, which I unlocked the iron tree next. I think it was after the coal. We got so we got a coal sapling, which we made some coal from. Well, you don't have to do that, sort of a side quest here. Tin again, tin. I think we just used the smeltery to make a tin plant. Again, I might be repeating. I think I am repeating myself with the tin. So moving on, and then you craft. You have to start crafting to get iron. You need to get this iron amber, which this is why you need the smeltery. You need to make some iron amber, which you got, the way you get it the first time is the coal, which you get from the coal tree, sand you get from sand tree, clay you get from clay tree, or you can make it with the cauldrons and water, gravel, a gravel tree. So you make one iron amber. This is the first time you do it. You get that iron amber, you stick it into the smeltery. That makes you some molten iron. You then, once you have this casting basin, which should be empty, you get hold on, you get a sapling. I forget which type of sapling. So if we just type in iron sapling, it should tell us. You get this acacia tree, which you get from an apple sapling, which we have an apple tree for, so that was easy enough. In some water, and you get the acacia tree. Again, with the acacia, I grew it out once and harvest some extra saplings, so I always have a sample of that tree. I place that in here, pour some liquid iron onto it, and that was all well and good. So then that gave me the iron sapling. And then from iron, I got the upgrade to the bonsai plants, because before, if you remember, I had to manually right click the bonsai plots with an axe in order to harvest them. With these hopping bonsai plots, which I'll show you how to get, it's just the recipe is quite simple once you get iron. So bonsai plots you get with brick, which you get from clay, and then for the hopping bonsai pots you get with a hopper. With the iron you just got from the iron trees, with a chest in the middle. You get a hopper, like a hopping bonsai pot, and the hopping bonsai pot just allows everything to become automated, so I don't have to right click every second once it's grown. And yeah, it sort of automatically collects into these chests. You just place a chest below it and it automatically collects all the loot you would get if you manually had to right click. So that's helped me acquire quite a lot of resources just naturally over time, because these things I don't have to manually check them. So that was a huge upgrade, the iron. And then carrying on here, from iron we then created some lapis and the redstone tree. The redstone tree I did semi-last, but you don't have to do the redstone tree. I sort of, after the iron, I blitzed through the lapis, gold, silver, straight to the diamond. But to make the lapis tree, I believe you have to do, yeah, so here you have to create some clay, some bone resin, you can get that from the trees, water bottle, simple enough, with some glass, and dark wood you get from a cauldron with the coal sapling, which gives you dark wood. With dark wood you have to get the 4 saplings to grow it out the first time, 4 and then bone meal, and then get the saplings, which is all well and good. And then we go back to lapis, so that gave you the lapis sapling. Again, this is the repetition sort of thing. You plant it, grow it out, get the resin and the acorns out of it, which is all good. You make, for the first time you always have to do this, but you have to make the lead amber. That you make from iron, cobblestone and sand with some lapis in the middle. You could use a water bottle if you want to skip the lapis step. And you get some lead amber, you stick that lead amber into the smeltery, it melts down, you then you stick a dark oak sapling here, and you pour lead on it, and that gives you the lead, and then you can split off by getting gold and silver. So gold was pretty simple again, you have to just get the gold amber, which is there, and that was just iron, sand and lead, with some yellow. I used dandelion yellow to get the yellow colouring, I guess, in the gold. Melt that down and then stick it onto I forget what sapling it is you have to stick gold one onto. Oh, it's just a regular one, so that's gold sapling, which is over here. Again, yeah, these are all what the trees are all the same. They're a generic oak tree, but just with different sort of colouring, just to replicate the oils they're producing, which is all well and good. And for silver was quite slightly more complicated. I was struggling for a little bit, just because for the silver amber you need some sort of grey dye. Like we have cobblestone, we have tin, and we have lead, so that was simple enough. But then for the light grey I was struggling, and then I realised to make the light grey you could use these white tulips, like which you get from, I assume, trees. Also you need the alternative you could use is the dye. The dye to, hold on, let me go back. No, that's not it. That's it. You could use the dye, but you need ink sacs and bone meal, which we don't have. You could use pulverized cobblestone as well, but we don't have that either. We don't have a crusher or any machinery sort of set up there. So for that I had to make I wanted to get these iron what was it called, iron wood saplings, I believe, because they gave these iron wood saplings, and you can use it if I find it. Yeah, you could use these iron berries in the middle to get some iron amber. I'll struggle to find it now, but you can get some iron. So that's pretty much your grey colouring right there. So to get this we had to get beetroot. Now that was slightly more complicated. So for that I had to get grass, bone meal the grass, get the seeds, and then if you get lucky, I think there's a chance you can get beetroot seeds. You then manually have to get farm the beetroot out. So you use the beetroot seeds to get beetroot, and then before you can do that, once you have your 8 beetroot seeds, you first need to make one of the markets, which is just a bit of wood, which I assume just replicates everything that a villager might sell. And that was simple enough, and that's one of these. And you go down to seeds, you can put 8 beetroot here, and you can get yourself an ironwood sapling. And that's all well and good. And then again I replicated it, I planted the first one here, grew it out, harvest saplings, harvest some wood, so I have backups. And then once you have the ironwood, you get the ironwood berries just naturally from the leaves and everything, and then that you can use to make your silver amber. And then from that it's the same sort of process. You get your silver amber, stick it in the smeltery, smelt it over this mentril sapling. I haven't gone over this step yet actually. Oh, it's just lapis in water, gives you menril. And yeah, this is a pretty cool tree because I really liked, I saw the wood and it's a blue sort of tinge wood, which I'm pretty sure I might use for my base, just because I really like the colouring of it. I don't know why. And it sort of looks futuristic. It looks like a brick even though it's wood, which I like. So yeah, you get that menril sapling from lapis in some water in the cauldron, gets you mineral, and then you use that mineral to get your silver sapling by simply getting your silver amber, sticking the mineral sapling here, putting silver on it, and then that gives you your silver. You then farm that out, get your silver sapling, place it down, bone meal it, farm the saplings, and then what I sort of do is I stick it in these hopping bonsai so I don't have to keep repeating the process. It gives me a little bit of the resin and the acorns for the next stage. And now the last stage, which is the diamond stage, which was actually quite simple. Once again, let's have a look. You have to get not diamond, amber. This was quite simple actually. I had to go back and get the redstone tree for this one though, which is, so the diamond tree is pretty simple. It's just silver, lapis and gold, which we all have from the previous trees, plus a redstone sapling, which you get from I did this recipe here, which is to get a redstone sapling you need iron and cobble from the cobble trees with the coal sapling, and then I used rose red here to make the redstone sapling. Farmed it out and everything, and I also made a hopping bonsai sort of step here so that it keeps producing me redstones. I'm pretty sure it's going to be useful later on in this mod pack. And so that was the redstone tree. I used the redstone tree then to make the base for the diamond tree, and that finally gave me some diamonds. And now here I am at the end. And diamonds trees, once you have the sapling, you plant it out, bone meal it, farm the extra saplings you get, and then I automated it with this hopping bonsai pot, and that gives me all this good stuff. And then to finally complete the end of the sort of road, I haven't done one step. I haven't farmed this slime tree yet, just because I haven't had any animals yet. I haven't played with mobs just yet. But yeah, there's diamond, and you stick diamond in a 9x9 and you get some diamond. Oh, you stick the diamond acorn in a 9x9 and you get some diamond acorns. And yeah, I was thinking about going through these steps one by one, like creating an update video on each and every one, but I thought the process was pretty repetitive and I didn't really want to keep repeating myself, so I thought one video should cover it. Plus there's a lot more, I believe, to this mod pack. We still have all these ages to go through, so I think that large age of everything is going to take a lot out of me, just trying to do everything. But we'll see when we get there. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, and I also tried this melter and the seared heater here. I think there are alternatives to the smeltery, but I prefer the smeltery just because you can do it in bulk. And I think this is for mainly 1 or 2 items here. You can use coal and melt everything down, and then you have a tank full of stuff. Again, I think you have to pour it somehow, but I haven't really divulged into it. This grindstone I made because I wanted to crush some coal to get the the light blue for the silver sapling. It didn't work out. I didn't know how to use this mod, so I kind of stopped that and carried on with the ironwood, which is all well and good. Here on the floor, I got some furnaces that I used to cook. Got a couple of coal inside them. The market's here, and I believe that's everything I've caught you up to. Nothing here that should be too much of a surprise to you guys. Again, all these seeds I got from the grass that you can get with some leaves and some mud, gives you some grass. And yeah, I think again the next stage I really need to play around with mobs now. I think I'm at that stage now. I first wanted to get all my resources sorted or automated at the very least, to a stage where I can just get it without having to farm out trees for. But now that's automated, the next step is to build some sort of mob farm for passive and aggressive mobs. As well as that, I want to automate this so it makes the ingots or you know, the ingots by itself. Oh, I think my grain's crashed there a little bit. Hopefully the recording's still going. Oh, it's back again. It's just there's a bit of lag there. So that gives you D-state. I'm just trying to see where redstone leads and how to get redstone dust from it. But I can catch you guys up on that on the next update. Yeah, so mob farms, and then I want to upgrade this so the ingots just go naturally to a truss without me having to get the acorns and manually having to turn them into ingots by putting them in a smeltery, or getting amber and then stick it in the smeltery and then manually having to do it. So that's on my radar. Still haven't figured out quite how to do that yet, but I'm glad at the progress I've made so far. And yeah, that's everything. I got this iron ingot cast here just simply by putting gold in the furnace, sticking I think an ingot, a seared brick ingot or clay ingot or something, or this iron ingot here, and then pouring gold over it gives me the cast. I also need to expulge into tinkers so I can get some better tools. Because the crook's lasting a lot more, so a lot more better now. Now the durability, it's the durability that I really need to get. Whereas with vein miner, you don't need to worry about efficiency. But anyway, I hope that's the next sort of steps. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, hopefully also I hope to tidy this place up. I sort of did with this sort of building here, but I can do a lot better than this. So yeah. Okay guys, thanks for watching the video, and have a nice day.